Well, this might be the container you've been waiting for all year. Hey everyone, Erin here. It's banana time. That's right. We are planting little Chiquita. I don't know if that's what we're calling her. She is the new banana edition. She is not really that small. And she is going in this pot. The original banana number one, whatever we're going to call that one, is still around, has not been planted yet this year. But I wanted to get this planter done. This is the big planter by the front door. I'm not even sure you can see the big planter here with all the mess around here. You're just gonna have to roll with it. It's kind of that time of year. These are plants that are all heading into a garden. The second I can get over there, we're so close to getting over there. These are plants that are going in this pot, and this is Chiquita. And I can tell you, as a person who took 4 years of high school Spanish and 1 or 2 semesters of college Spanish, that means small girl. Don't ask me anything else. I have picked a terrible day to do this. It is absolutely blowing. There is no rain on the radar, but the sky is incredibly dark. I don't really know what's gonna happen. And this poor little Chiquita banana is gonna get blown all over the place over here, and she's been in a really protected spot on the deck. But again, it's kind of that time of year when things have to just get moving. And I know you've all been waiting for this video, as have I. Also, I'm kind of a mess today because 2 days in a row I forgot to take an allergy pill, and now it's blowing from off the land. So there will be sneezing, just ignore it. I did have spring plants in here. When I planted those spring plants, I had cleaned out the soil then. I had put actually some of the Organics Mechanics planting compost blend in the bottom, which I think will help with this banana as well as everything else that's going in here. Then we've got the container blend, and I'm gonna fill in a little bit around the top with some of the premium blend. Again, it's just kind of my little soil cocktail in there. And lots of Osmocote for the banana. So now I'm gonna walk you through the plants that are going in it so we can just talk a little bit about them. If you've been watching the other container planting videos, perhaps you've picked up on the fact that I'm trying to put in some atypical container plants into my mixes this year, and this one is going to bring them too. And we're going to start with a sunshine ligustrum. This guy's a little frazzled on its tips. He's had a little bit of a rough acclimation period, but this should be beautiful chartreuse color. This is not hardy here. Let's see. 6 to 10, actually close to hardy here. Technically, now I'm a 6, but now if you live in the South, this is a Southern Living Plants collection plant, by the way. You probably know this plant because it's beautiful. It makes a beautiful hedge. It's a ligustrum that does not flower, so it shouldn't get out of control. Some of them, I believe, kind of do. Makes a beautiful hedge, beautiful chartreuse. Full size on this is 3 to 6 feet. High and 3 to 4 feet wide. Of course, in this container this year, it will not achieve that at all. So this is kind of an accent plant with this great chartreuse, sort of small textured foliage. Next, we're going to put in some mahogany splendor hibiscus. I grew this from seed. This should get pretty big. I think I might actually. I've actually been pinching these back quite a bit because they've kind of outgrown their space already just in the pots. So I'll be able to pinch this if I want to keep this smaller. I do not expect this to flower. It's too short of a season here for this to flower. But second time I've tried growing these from seed, very successful this year. The first time I didn't. This time it was super easy. You might remember this plant from my little Florida plant haul, firecracker plant. It is flowering a little bit, which is great. This is going to be kind of a trailer filler sort of thing. And then this might be the plant I'm most excited about in here. This is Fiona Sunrise Jasmine. I am putting some of these in another container, so there's going to be a lot of reference to that. I'm hoping I'm going to put this right in front of the banana. Beautiful foliage on it. Might get white flowers. I'm just, mostly growing it as a climber / trailer. I'm sort of hoping I can kind of get it to sort of intertwine with the, kind of at the base of the banana leaves a little bit there and work in there. Every time I have seen this plant, it is just gorgeous. Now, the one thing I'm taking a bit of a chance on this is that usually, again, not hardy for me here. I think it's not hard. I think it's hardy to maybe zone 7. Every time I've seen this plant, it's been in sort of a part sun situation, probably part sun, maybe even part shade. My hope is that it'll be fine here with our sort of weak sun compared to the zones where it normally grows in. And my hope is that we'll go up and kind of spill over the front. I hope this works. I ordered these from Brushwood, I don't know, months ago. Before I had anything else planned in this garden, I was buying these Fiona Sunrise jasmines. Also from the Florida Plant Haul, I've got some of these guacamole bromeliads. I've got 3 of these that I'm gonna kind of cluster together, we'll see. I think this will bring in all the right colors, right? We've got the kind of chartreuse and the purple, or what are we calling that, kind of burgundy purple. I'm kind of trying to get to the foliage plants before we talk about flowers, but there's not a ton of flowers in this. This is the mahogany, just sweetheart mahogany. Sweet potato vine, new this year from Proven Winners, but I grew it last year. Loved it so much. Like, just, it's gonna rain. It's raining right now. Let's see if we can get through this part. Loved it so much. By far, I would say my favorite sweet potato vine. I picked up a Craspedia. Why? I don't know, because I think they're funny. So, I mean, I don't think you're gonna see much of it, but I did think these little yellow balls might be kind of fun poking up through there. Now finally we are getting on to flowers. First up, I'm going to do 2 Milena Fleur dahlias in here. Now I remember this one being a little bit taller, but I looked it up on Longfield's Gardens website. It said 24 to 30 inches, which is fine in a planter like this. So we'll hope that that's right. I picked up one of these. I would have rather had a Coralina, but it wasn't, I couldn't find it. So this is Tropical Sunrise Calibrachoa. Suddenly I'm into Calibrachoas. You'll notice you haven't seen any petunias from me yet, except for the pool planters. But there are Calibrachoas happening this year. And then this is Sun Patience Compact Coral Pink. This is gonna kind of reference the driveway planters. They kind of go together. The Milena Fleur is kind of these same colors. All right, I think it's gonna rain, so I'll come back when it's not doing that. Right back. Okay, let's try this again. There's a few more little pop-ups coming, but we'll see what we can get done. Okay, so here's what just happened. First of all, I realized that I was not centered this way in the pot with the banana, and then I realized there's no need to center this fore and aft in the pot, because you're not gonna, I mean, there'll be something behind it, but most of the good stuff is in front of it. So I'm moving this pretty far back in the pot. Oh, hang in there, Chiquita. Yeah, that makes way more sense.
It goes round and round in circles, but I'm still on the ground. It's a dizzying day. I would give a lot to get away. It's getting real dark in here. Feels like I've been here 1,000 years. Could you bring some light to me, or just sit beside me and never leave? I got the curtains up. I guess it would be nice if you could interrupt. It's a day like this
right, so first of all, definitely the right move to move the banana back, although I feel like it's listing already on me. It's probably going to be in a completely different direction when I come back to this tomorrow. I will have to make sure here that this Fiona Sunrise isn't crowded out while it has a chance to grow from these other plants. I think once it gets going, it'll be obvious, and I think it'll be stunning. This guy might get quite tall. That's probably okay. Remember, we're gonna have, if this banana behaves anything like the original banana did when it was in this pot, height is not an issue here. This will fill in quite a bit, this Mahogany Splendor. Now, I did add in Dichondra Emerald Falls back here in the corner because I felt like we were missing a drapey element over here, and I happen to have one. I have another spare of those if I happen to need to add it in. Now, the bromeliads, so as long as this cup is filled, they should be fine. They won't need any supplemental water. I'll probably just kind of avoid that corner when I'm watering. So I think this is going to work because these are both sort of fine textured plants. They're both probably going to get fairly substantial, but I think they're going to balance each other out well because of that. And then I just stuck this Craspedia in the back because I think he'll kind of intertwine with the Mahogany Splendor. And then I did have a vintage coral Super Bells left. And it's sad, I kind of have given it the back row here, which is not really the treatment that this plant deserves because it's a great plant. But last year it got huge. So I actually think it's gonna fill in this hole pretty well back here so that when you're looking through here, if you are, you're gonna see some color back there. Well, no one's gonna accuse me of not having enough color this year, right? I think we nailed the color. Okay, I like it a lot, and I think this is gonna be a very successful planter, but I'm gonna tell you, all my hopes lie right here on Fiona Sunrise. She is like the plant that's gonna make it or break it here. So everyone cross your fingers for Fiona Sunrise because we need her to do her job. All right, thank you for watching. You're gonna wanna subscribe if you haven't already subscribed because I guarantee you watching this banana is gonna be fun. All right, have a great day in your garden, everybody. Bye-bye.